The daily discipline of mastery. The mind is not mastered in a moment. It is trained as the body is trained by daily exercise, by constant attention, by deliberate effort. You do not conquer your thoughts once and rest forever. You conquer them anew each morning when you rise and each night before you sleep. Every thought you permit to live in your mind takes shape in your world. Each day you choose the pattern, the color, and the form of your destiny. Therefore, choose with care. Choose thoughts of faith instead of fear, purpose instead of doubt, creation instead of complaint. No man may escape the law of habit. You are either building the habit of mastery or the habit of drift. If you rise each day and command your mind to think rightly, to focus clearly, to believe deeply, then mastery becomes your nature. But if you leave your thoughts unguarded, chaos becomes your master. The successful man does not wait for motivation. He builds it through repetition. He studies his mind as a craftsman studies his tools. He directs his emotions as a musician directs sound. He knows that discipline is freedom, that control is power, and that the mind, once mastered, is the greatest servant in existence. Remember this truth. The world will yield to you precisely to the degree that you master yourself. Every prayer, every affirmation, every purpose you hold will fade unless renewed daily. So renew it. Read your purpose aloud. Repeat your affirmations. Visualize your ideal and feel it as real. Act as though success were inevitable, and soon it will be. You cannot build a palace in a day, but you can lay a stone each sunrise. You cannot master the mind in a week, but you can master this moment, this thought, this decision. And moment by moment, mastery becomes habit, and habit becomes character, and character becomes destiny. Each day ask yourself, have I directed my mind today, or have I allowed it to direct me? That question, answered honestly, will determine the measure of your success, for the mind is the only thing you truly possess. Guard it, guide it, and give it great work to do. Let it think upward, dream largely, and act fearlessly. Do this every day without fail, and you will awaken one morning to find that the person you once hoped to become now stands before you, alive, capable, and unstoppable. The mastery of the mind is not theory. It is the only true power a human can hold, and he who practices it daily commands his destiny, shapes his future, and lives as the architect of his own greatness. So begin now. Think with purpose, speak with faith, act with conviction, and remember, each day of discipline is another brick in the temple of your success. You are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul, because you are the master of your mind. Now take this truth, build upon it daily, and become the living example of the law you have learned. For the world belongs not to the lucky, but to the disciplined mind that dares to direct itself. The subconscious mind, your silent servant. Beneath the surface of conscious thought lies a vast and silent power, the subconscious mind. It does not reason, it obeys. It takes every impression you give it and works day and night to make that impression real. It is the unseen builder behind every act, habit, and circumstance. You command this power through repetition, emotion, and belief. Whatever idea you impress upon it, good or bad, it accepts as truth. If you constantly dwell on limitation, it arranges conditions to confirm it. If you fill it with faith and expectancy, it opens doors where walls once stood. Understand this law. The subconscious cannot distinguish between a thought vividly imagined and an event physically experienced. Therefore, imagine wisely. See yourself already in possession of the state you desire. Feel the emotion of accomplishment until it becomes natural. Soon your outer world will mirror the image impressed upon the inner. Autosuggestion is the language of the subconscious. Repeat daily the thoughts you wish to see take form. Say, I think with clarity. I act with confidence. I attract harmony and success. Speak these not as hopes, but as declarations of fact. The subconscious responds only to conviction. Guard carefully what you feed this inner servant. Music, conversation, and environment all whisper suggestions to it. Choose influences that uplift. Surround yourself with beauty, discipline, and purpose. Your subconscious records everything. Let it record greatness. Before sleep each night, impress one clear idea upon your mind. Tomorrow I will awaken stronger, calmer, and more guided than before. The mind works while you rest. When you rise, the path you seek will begin to reveal itself. Remember, your subconscious is not your master. It is your instrument. It magnifies whatever you command. If you give it fear, it returns obstacles. If you give it faith, it returns miracles. Direct it with deliberate thought, steady emotion, and unwavering belief, and it will make of your life what you design in your imagination. For the world within shapes the world without, and the mind you command today will build the destiny you live tomorrow. Your mind can never be free while it is ruled by emotion. The man who cannot control his anger, his fear, or his discouragement has handed the keys of his mind to the world around him. He reacts instead of directs. He drifts instead of decides. Emotion is energy. Properly directed, it becomes the fire of achievement. Allowed to run wild, it becomes the blaze of destruction. You cannot banish emotion, but you can command it. You must become the calm pilot in the storm of your own thoughts. When anger arises, pause before you act. Ask yourself, what result do I desire? Anger clouds judgment and speaks through pride. Control it, and the same power that could destroy will defend. When fear appears, greet it as a messenger. It comes to remind you of preparation. Examine its warning, correct what is weak, and dismiss what is imaginary. Fear, once analyzed, loses its teeth. When discouragement whispers that your labor is in vain, answer with faith. Say to yourself, I govern my mind, and my mind governs my world. The man who speaks those words in the silence of defeat invites unseen help to his side. To master emotion, you must observe it without identification. Step back and watch your anger, your desire, your impatience as you would clouds crossing the sky. They come and go, only your awareness remains. That awareness is your true self, the master behind the mind. The uncontrolled mind is like a city with unguarded gates. Any intruder may enter. The disciplined mind is a fortress. It allows in only the thoughts that serve its higher purpose. Each day, set aside a moment of quiet command. Close your eyes and say slowly, peace is my natural state. I choose thoughts that preserve it. This practice is not escape. It is power. For the man who rules his emotions rules his fate. He is no longer a slave to insult or praise, victory or failure. He moves through both with steady purpose, like a mountain unmoved by passing winds. Master your emotions, and your thoughts will obey you. Master your thoughts, and your life will reflect harmony. This is self-control in its highest form, not suppression, but direction. And it begins the moment you choose calmness over reaction, faith over fear, and understanding over anger. Control your mind, the master key to success. Every man and woman carries within the silent workshop of the mind the power that shapes destiny. Your outer world is nothing more than a mirror of your inner thinking. You may command your mind, or you may permit it to command you. In that single choice lies the difference between a drifting life and a directed one. The mind is both servant and master. Whatever thought you plant there, be it faith or fear, takes root and grows after its kind. Nature does not discriminate. She multiplies whatever seed you sow. If you fill your mind with doubt, limitation, and complaint, you will harvest failure. If you fill it with belief, courage, and purpose, you will reap achievement. Therefore, guard the door of your mind as you would a treasure vault. You become what you think about all day long. Your dominant thought weaves itself into every conversation, every gesture, every opportunity you see or fail to see. A salesman who believes people will not buy unconsciously convinces others not to buy. A leader who believes men will follow awakens loyalty wherever he goes. The outer results merely echo the inner conviction. To control your thought, begin each morning with a single directive. Today I shall think only thoughts that build, never thoughts that destroy. Repeat it until your subconscious accepts it as law. Faith is the chemistry through which thought becomes power. It is the invisible ingredient that turns mere words into action and action into reality. When you mix a definite purpose with unwavering belief, the universe begins to arrange conditions in your favor. Faith is not blind. It is directive intelligence. You do not wait to see before you believe. You believe so that you may see. Cultivate faith by affirming, I control my mind. I direct my thoughts. Therefore, I control my destiny. Your subconscious mind never sleeps. It obeys every command you impress upon it, whether wise or foolish. Autosuggestion is the method by which you educate that inner power. Repeat constructive statements until they sink beyond hearing. Say daily, I am the master of my thoughts. My thoughts are constructive, positive, and purposeful. Every cell of my body responds to the vibration of success. As you persist, negative habits wither for lack of nourishment, and new ones take their place. The mind cannot hold two opposing ideas at the same time. When a negative thought appears, do not fight it. Replace it. Substitute faith for fear, gratitude for envy, love for resentment. Like light displacing darkness, a positive thought instantly dissolves the negative one that cannot occupy the same space. Practice the law of substitution until it becomes automatic. Soon your mind will reject fear as naturally as the body rejects poison. All plans, inventions, and fortunes begin as imagination. Imagination takes the raw material of thought and molds it into pictures of desire fulfilled. Picture yourself already in possession of what you seek. See it clearly. Feel it deeply. When the picture becomes real in your mind, action follows with certainty. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. The world yields its treasures only to the determined. Controlling the mind is not a single act, but a daily discipline. You will face distraction, fatigue, and the temptation to drift. When that moment comes, remember that persistence is concentration held through difficulty. Stand guard at the gateway of your thoughts. Tell yourself, I have chosen the master's seat in my own mind, and I will not abdicate. Thoughts are contagious. You cannot spend your days among complainers and remain optimistic. Associate with those whose faith is strong, whose speech uplifts, whose purpose burns brightly. Books, voices, and companions are food for the mind. Choose your diet wisely. Your environment is a reflection of your inner state, and your inner state reshapes the environment. By changing your thoughts, you change the vibration that draws people and circumstances to you. There is a master key to all achievement. Control your own mind. Not circumstances, not chance, not other men, but your own mental attitude determines your fate. When you learn to think what you wish to think, to believe what you wish to believe, to hold before you the image of what you wish to become, you discover freedom. You are the sculptor, and your mind is the clay. Shape it with purpose, faith, and gratitude, and the world will shape itself around you. Follow the mastermind architect for more life-changing motivation and wisdom. The power of belief. My friend, the greatest discovery you will ever make is that the mind is the master power that shapes and molds every circumstance of your life. You are not the victim of your environment, your upbringing, or your past failures. You are the architect of your destiny. The moment you realize this truth, the chains of doubt and hesitation begin to fall away. Belief is the starting point of all achievement. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. That truth is not a poetic expression. It is the very law by which all success unfolds. If you would transform your life, begin by transforming your thoughts. Every idea you allow to dominate your mind becomes a command to your subconscious. If you constantly think of lack, you will live in lack. If you constantly speak of difficulty, you will dwell in difficulty. But if you dare to affirm faith, confidence, and determination, those very qualities will take root within you and express themselves through your habits, your actions, and your results. Do not wait for the feeling of confidence before you act. Act first, and confidence will follow. You must move even while you tremble, for action itself is the cure for fear. Each step you take in the direction of your goal builds an invisible momentum within your mind. Success is a state of mind long before it is a state of being. You cannot think failure and produce victory any more than you can plant thorns and harvest roses. The mind produces what it is fed. Tell yourself each morning, I am capable, I am persistent, I am disciplined, I am growing stronger each day. These are not empty words. They are the seeds of a new reality. The subconscious mind will believe what you tell it with feeling and repetition. The more you speak faith, the more faith you will possess. The more you affirm progress, the more progress you will make. The mind is like fertile soil. It cannot distinguish between the seed of a weed and the seed of a flower. It simply grows what is planted. Do not speak your limitations, speak your possibilities. Do not dwell on the past. Fix your eyes on the vision ahead. The person who believes in themselves, even slightly, is more powerful than one who knows everything but doubts constantly. Belief is the ignition switch that starts the engine of success. And once that engine begins to run, nothing can stop it except the hand that turns it off. Remember this truth and repeat it until it is written in your heart. I was not born to drift. I was born to direct. I was not born to fear. I was born to master. My life will rise in proportion to my faith, and I will no longer insult the intelligence of my Creator by believing small. I am building a new mind, one founded on belief, purpose, and perseverance, and I will persist until victory is certain. The mastery of impulse. The greatest enemy of progress is not failure. It is the habit of surrendering to impulse. Every time you choose what feels good over what does good, you trade the future for the moment. Instant gratification is the thief of greatness. It steals time, energy, and opportunity. Yet every person has within them the power to command their impulses, to stand firm when the mind cries for comfort, and to act according to purpose rather than emotion. You must train yourself to say no to the things that pull you from your vision. Every wasted hour, every unnecessary distraction, every indulgence that weakens your will, these are the small leaks that sink the ship of destiny. Master your impulses, and you master your life. Each time you resist the call of ease, your will grows stronger. Each time you choose discipline over desire, you take one more step toward power. It is not enough to wish for success. You must become the kind of person success obeys. Remember this. The body is the servant of the mind. The emotions are the messengers of the will. When the mind is disciplined, the body follows. When the will is strong, the emotions serve instead of control. Do not yield to the temporary pleasure that costs you permanent growth. When you feel the urge to quit, remind yourself why you began. When you are tempted by comfort, remember the pain of regret. The one who delays gratification earns a crown that lasts. The one who yields to every impulse becomes a slave to inconsistency. You will find that your greatest victories often come in moments when no one is watching, when you choose to continue, to study, to work, to think, to build, while others rest or complain. Greatness is forged in the unseen hours. Each decision either builds your self-mastery or breaks it. Ask yourself each day, am I governed by purpose or am I driven by impulse? Am I acting from my vision or from my mood? The difference between mediocrity and mastery lies in that single decision. The man or woman who learns to delay gratification holds the key to all other virtues, because once you can control your desires, you can direct your destiny. So stand guard at the door of your mind. Choose progress over pleasure, purpose over distraction, persistence over quitting. The discipline you build today will give you the freedom you crave tomorrow. Self-control is the true measure of greatness. Repeat these affirmations after me. Say them with conviction. The mind does not obey hesitation. It obeys conviction and true belief. I control my impulses. They do not control me. I choose purpose over pleasure. My discipline is my freedom. Each delay of gratification strengthens my mind. I stay true to my vision, not my moods. I master myself before I master results. I act with reason, not emotion. My will grows stronger each day. I honor long-term gain over short-term comfort. I am the commander of my choices. The power of focus. A scattered mind achieves scattered results. The power of success lies in the ability to direct all thought, emotion, and energy toward a single definite aim. The mind, when focused, becomes a magnet that draws every necessary condition into its orbit. But the mind that drifts, that leaps from thought to thought, never develops the intensity required to create results. Concentration is the secret weapon of every achiever. You may think your attention is weak, that your focus fades too quickly. But understand this, focus is not a gift. It is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows through resistance. Begin with what you can do. Choose one task. Give it all your mind until completion. Refuse to divide yourself among many half-finished pursuits. Each time you follow through, you strengthen your capacity for concentration. What begins as discipline becomes habit, and what begins as habit becomes nature. The person who focuses on one clear goal is more powerful than 1,000 who chase many. The world does not reward the distracted. It rewards the determined. Do not measure yourself by how much you start. Measure by how much you finish. Each completed task builds your inner authority. Each act of focus sharpens the blade of your will. Your thoughts are tools. Aim them wisely. Guard them from the trivial, the meaningless, and the negative. The moment you allow your mind to drift into gossip, complaint, or fear, you waste the same energy that could have been building your future. You cannot think greatness 1 hour and entertain defeat the next. Choose the dominant thought and let it rule. Hold it before you like a compass. Let every action, decision, and plan revolve around that one chief aim. The man who knows his aim cannot be defeated. The man who has no aim is already lost. Affirm to yourself, my focus is unbreakable. My attention is my asset. My vision commands my mind. You were not made to be a leaf in the wind, tossed by every distraction. You were made to be a captain, steering the ship of thought toward a definite harbor. Fix your course and refuse to deviate. The power that builds empires, inventions, and destinies is the same power you hold now, the power of focused thought. Repetition is the key to mastery. Repeat these affirmations after me. My attention is powerful and precise. I complete what I start. My thoughts serve a single clear aim. I ignore distractions and stay on course. Focus is my superpower. My goals deserve my undivided energy. Each finished task strengthens my will. I channel my mind like a laser. I concentrate on creation, not confusion. My focused mind magnetizes success. The power of consistency. There is no substitute for consistency. Talent without consistency is wasted. Intelligence without consistency is chaos. Desire without consistency is fantasy. The world does not reward those who start strong and fade away. It rewards those who keep showing up when the excitement is gone. You must learn to keep your commitment long after the mood in which you made it has left you. Every great structure is built brick by brick. Each small daily act of discipline, repeated long enough, becomes the foundation of greatness. You do not climb a mountain in leaps. You climb it in steps. And though progress may seem invisible, it is never wasted. The law of accumulation guarantees that every repetition counts. Those who quit simply stop one step before the summit. Those who persist eventually inherit the view. Do not be discouraged by slow growth. The seed does not doubt itself because it cannot see the tree. It simply stays planted. It simply keeps growing. Success works the same way. You must remain committed when results are unseen, because unseen progress is still progress. The universe does not operate on your timetable. It operates on faith, discipline, and persistence. When your mind says, "I'm tired," your purpose must answer, "One more." When your mood says, "Not today," your vision must whisper, "Keep going." Each time you continue, when you could have stopped, you forge the invisible armor of resilience. Consistency is self-respect in motion. It is the evidence that you believe in your own potential enough to act on it every day. Repeat to yourself, "I am consistent. I am steady. I am unmoved by delay." You will find that greatness has less to do with genius and more to do with endurance. In the end, the race is not won by the swift, but by the steadfast. So keep going, keep building, keep believing. You are not waiting for results. Results are waiting for your consistency. Say these affirmations aloud after me. I show up daily, no matter what I feel. My actions build momentum each day. Small progress is still progress. I trust the process even when unseen. I am disciplined beyond my moods. I finish what I start with faith. Consistency is my silent power. My effort compounds into greatness. I am steady, patient, and persistent. I am unstoppable because I do not stop. Stop seeking approval. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Begin where you are, with what you have. Every master began as an amateur who refused to stop. Self-reliance means trusting that you can learn, adjust, and persevere. It means accepting mistakes as lessons, not as final verdicts. It means being patient with your process and relentless in your pursuit. Say to yourself daily, "I am responsible for my life. I am capable of finding answers. I am guided by vision, not by circumstance." As you repeat these words, you will feel a shift from dependence to direction, from doubt to decision. You will stand taller, think clearer, and act faster. And one day you will realize that the very guidance you once sought from others has awakened within you. You have become the master of your own mind, the architect of your own destiny, the captain of your own fate. And that, my friend, is the true meaning of mastery. Now say these affirmations after me. I trust my own guidance and intuition. I am responsible for every part of my life. I move forward without waiting for approval. I learn quickly and adjust easily. I am my own motivator and leader. I turn mistakes into wisdom. My vision directs my every decision. I rely on my discipline, not my mood. I am the captain of my fate. I am the mastermind architect of my destiny. Now, as you reach the end of this message, pause for a moment and realize what has been built within you. You are no longer the same person who began listening. You have planted the seed of mastery, and it has already begun to grow. You have come to understand that the power to change your life was never somewhere out there. It was waiting, dormant, within your own mind. The silent architect of every success and every defeat. The moment you choose to think with purpose, act with conviction, and believe with faith, you awaken that power. From this moment forward, you must walk as one who already possesses the victory. Speak as one who expects success. Act as one who knows that every challenge is simply the next stair to climb. The same force that drives the tides, that spins the earth, that ignites the stars, that force flows through you now, waiting for command. There is nothing too great for the disciplined, focused, persistent mind. There is no wall too high for faith to climb, no delay too long for purpose to outlast. You have within you the quiet might that built every empire, the inner genius that solved every problem, the spirit that refused to quit when others gave up. Say to yourself right now, and mean it with every fiber of your being, I can, I will, I must, I am ready. You can conquer distraction. You can destroy doubt. You can master your emotions. You can finish what you start. You can create the life you imagine. The law of success has no favorites. It bends only to those who persist, who believe, and who act with faith in their own power. You are that person now. You have built the foundation of a new mind, a mind that thinks clearly, acts boldly, and moves forward without excuse. Go and begin. Do not wait for the perfect moment. This is the perfect moment. Whatever task lies before you, approach it with certainty, for you now know the secret that Napoleon Hill dedicated his life to teaching. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So believe greatly, conceive boldly, and achieve endlessly. Because the mastermind architect, the one who builds worlds within thought and then gives them form, lives in you. And today, that architect has awakened. My friend, every man and woman carries with them an invisible magnet, and that magnet is the total sum of their personality. It draws to them what they are in harmony with, people, opportunities, circumstances, and repels what is out of tune. Your personality is the window through which others see your soul. It can either radiate warmth, sincerity, and confidence, or cast a shadow of indifference, coldness, and suspicion. No amount of talent, knowledge, or wealth can substitute for a pleasing personality. For personality is the packaging through which every other quality must be delivered. A pleasing personality is more than charm or politeness. It is the outward reflection of an inward state of harmony. It springs from a positive mental attitude, that steady belief that life is good, that people are worth liking, and that every contact holds a potential blessing. When your attitude is right, your voice carries it, your smile transmits it, and even your silence communicates confidence. You cannot fake it for long. The world quickly detects pretense. You must become the personality you wish to project. Remember, you are always broadcasting. Your tone of voice, your handshake, your posture, and the expression of your eyes all announce who you are before a single word is spoken. The successful person learns to make these instruments sing the same tune as his thoughts. He trains his face to smile naturally, his eyes to show interest, his words to express encouragement. He knows that every impression either builds or tears down his reputation, and that reputation becomes capital in the marketplace of human relations. A pleasing personality does not mean weakness or constant agreement. It means strength wrapped in kindness, conviction clothed in courtesy. It means the ability to deal with others without friction, to lead without arrogance, to persuade without pressure. It is the golden bridge that links your inner definiteness of purpose with the cooperation of others. Cultivate it daily, for your personality is your silent salesman, and it is always on duty. Repeat these commands after me. I radiate confidence, kindness, and calm wherever I go. My personality attracts goodwill, opportunity, and respect. I express my inner harmony through every tone, gesture, and word. My smile is a magnet that draws friendship and cooperation. I choose daily to be the kind of person others love to work with. The core attitude, positive mental attitude. My friend, a pleasing personality begins not with your smile, nor your voice, nor your manners. It begins within the secret workshop of your own mind. There, behind the curtain of thought, you fashion the attitude that colors every act of your life. I have said before that a positive mental attitude is the foundation of all achievement, and I repeat it here. No one can develop a genuinely pleasing personality while harboring negative thoughts. The two cannot occupy the same house. Your mental attitude is a broadcast station, sending out vibrations of thought. People unconsciously tune in to your frequency. When you radiate faith, enthusiasm, hope, and goodwill, others feel it and are drawn to you. When you radiate fear, doubt, criticism, or envy, they withdraw as if from a storm. Thus, the person with a pleasing personality must first master the art of mental housekeeping, sweeping out every destructive emotion and replacing it with thoughts of courage, gratitude, and cheerfulness. You may ask, how can I keep a positive mental attitude when the world seems harsh? The answer is this. You must choose your thoughts as carefully as you choose your clothes. Each morning, clothe your mind with belief, expectancy, and determination. When you meet discouragement, treat it as a teacher. When you face criticism, turn it into fuel. When you encounter difficulty, whisper to yourself, "This too shall serve me." Life will soon begin to mirror your faith. A positive mental attitude is the mainspring of enthusiasm. It transforms duty into desire and effort into enjoyment. It gives you resilience under defeat, charm under pressure, and magnetism in every relationship. It is the unseen hand that arranges circumstances to favor you, because it keeps your inner vibration in harmony with success itself. Train your mind to see the good in others and in yourself. Refuse to allow bitterness to lodge in your heart. Keep your thoughts tuned to harmony, and you will find that your very presence becomes a source of comfort and inspiration
to all who cross your path. The man who masters his attitude masters his destiny. Repeat these commands with conviction after me. My thoughts are seeds of light. I plant only what uplifts and strengthens. I carry a positive mental attitude into every hour of the day. Challenges are my instructors, guiding me toward mastery. My faith in good draws success and harmony to me. I radiate calm confidence, for I control the climate of my mind.
Select traits that make the difference. A pleasing personality, my friend, is not born overnight. It is assembled piece by piece, just as a fine craftsman fashions a masterpiece from many small parts. There are certain traits that, when cultivated, form the golden thread of a personality that wins cooperation and commands respect. These traits are not accidents of birth. They are habits of thought and action, deliberately chosen and consistently practiced until they become part of one's very nature. Let us examine a few of them. First, there is sincerity of purpose. Without sincerity, all else collapses. You may learn to smile, to speak smoothly, to dress well, but if the motive behind those acts is selfish or false, others will feel it. The human heart is a sensitive instrument. It detects insincerity quicker than words can hide it. The truly pleasing personality acts from a genuine desire to serve, to uplift, to cooperate. Such sincerity shines through every tone of voice and gesture. Next, there is courtesy and tact, the twin pillars of harmonious relations. Courtesy costs nothing, yet it buys more loyalty than gold. Tact is the ability to tell a man he is wrong without making him feel small. Together, these traits smooth the rough edges of daily contact and make your presence a welcome experience in every circle you enter. Then comes cheerfulness, that radiant quality which can turn the darkest moment into hope. Cheerfulness is not the shallow gaiety of denial. It is quiet faith in action. It whispers to others, there is a way out, and we shall find it. A cheerful person becomes a carrier of courage to those who have lost their own. A pleasing tone of voice is another asset of immense value. Your voice is the music of your soul. It can soothe or stir, inspire or irritate. Cultivate a voice of calmness and conviction, one that lifts rather than dominates. Likewise, the habit of smiling, that universal language of goodwill, melts barriers faster than logic or argument ever could. Finally, never underestimate personal magnetism. It is not mystery. It is mastery. The mastery of your emotions, your thoughts, and your body, so that they work together in harmony. When your energy flows positively and purposefully, you emit a subtle current of attraction that cannot be imitated by artifice. These traits, my friend, form the living fabric of a personality that pleases not only others, but yourself. They make your daily interactions smoother, your influence stronger, and your path to success more certain. Repeat these affirmations after me. My sincerity speaks louder than any words I could say. Courtesy and tact guide my every conversation. My voice carries calm, confidence, and kindness. I smile freely, for it is the signature of my goodwill.
My energy attracts cooperation and respect wherever I go. Such leadership multiplies itself, for people mirror the energy you project. Be the example of the harmony, faith, and courage you wish to awaken in others, and they will walk beside you, not behind you. Remember, no man commands success alone. He attracts it through the magnetic power of his personality and purpose. Repeat these commands after me. I lead through example, not through command. My calm strength inspires confidence in others. My sincerity turns followers into believers. Every word I speak carries faith, respect, and clarity. I attract cooperation through warmth, humility, and purpose. Common obstacles and how to overcome them. My friend, if a pleasing personality opens doors, then the wrong habits close them just as swiftly. Every individual must confront certain invisible enemies, habits, attitudes, and emotional reactions that quietly destroy goodwill and prevent success. These are the termites of the soul, eating away at influence from within. They often appear small, harmless, even human. Yet they are the difference between magnetism and mediocrity. The first of these enemies is criticism, the habit of finding fault in others. No one is drawn to the voice of disapproval. Criticism is a confession of one's own frustration. It declares, I am not at peace with myself. Replace criticism with curiosity. Instead of judging, seek to understand. You will discover that understanding transforms irritation into influence. Next comes self-importance, that invisible poison which blinds a man to the worth of others. The moment you feel superior, your personality loses its warmth. The truly great person seeks to lift others, not to appear taller beside them. Remember, the tallest tree in the forest does not grow by cutting down its neighbors. It simply reaches higher toward the light. Another obstacle is negativity, complaining, gossiping, dwelling on mistakes, or expecting failure. These habits darken the mind and drive away opportunity. You cannot radiate light while feeding on shadows. Each complaint is a prayer for more of what you don't want. Discipline your tongue and your thoughts. Speak only of solutions, not sorrows. What you speak about expands. Beware also of jealousy and envy, the twin thieves of joy. They destroy not only peace but also personality, for they whisper lies about scarcity. No one can be pleasing who secretly resents the success of others. Rejoice when others rise. It means the universe is still in the business of promotion, and your turn will come in due season. Finally, avoid inconsistency, saying one thing and doing another. The world forgives imperfection, but never forgery. Character is the root of personality. If you are dependable, honest, and fair, your influence will grow naturally. When you stumble, admit it quickly and move forward with integrity. Consistency builds trust, and trust is the foundation of every lasting success. Every obstacle is an opportunity for mastery. Each time you conquer a weakness, your light grows brighter. Personality, like gold, must be refined through fire. Command yourself in this way. I rise above criticism and replace judgment with understanding. My humility strengthens my influence and wins respect. I release negativity and speak only what uplifts. I celebrate the success of others as proof of divine abundance. I walk in integrity, steady, honest, and true to my word. Practical steps to develop it. My friend, knowledge is of little value unless it is put into motion. You may understand every principle of a pleasing personality, but unless you act upon them daily, they will remain but theory, beautiful, yet useless. The development of personality, like the building of muscle, demands exercise, persistence, and practice. Let us therefore lay out the definite steps by which any man or woman may cultivate a personality that attracts friendship, opportunity, and success. Step 1. Begin with self-awareness. Study yourself as you would study another. Observe how you speak, how you move, how you respond to challenge. Keep a small notebook of your reactions. Ask, do my words encourage or discourage? Does my tone invite cooperation or resistance? The first step toward mastery is honest observation. Step 2. Develop the habit of smiling, not the forced grin of pretense, but the quiet assurance of goodwill. A genuine smile has the power to dissolve tension faster than logic ever could. It speaks of peace within. Practice it daily until it becomes second nature, until it is no longer an act, but a reflection of the joy that lives inside you. Step 3. Control your tone of voice. Your voice is the instrument of your mind. Tune it to harmony. Let it express conviction without aggression, confidence without arrogance, enthusiasm without strain. Record yourself speaking and listen. You will learn much about how others hear you. Step 4. Master the art of listening. Now do this each day and command yourself with these words. I practice the art of harmony in word, tone, and action. My smile reflects genuine peace within my heart. I listen with purpose and respond with kindness. Every gesture, voice, and thought I express adds value to others. Gratitude radiates from me and multiplies my opportunities. My friend, a pleasing personality does not stand alone. It is the living thread that weaves through every one of the success principles. It is the fragrance of character, the sound of a healthy mind, the visible evidence of inner harmony. It amplifies every other quality you possess and turns knowledge into power, effort into influence, and vision into reality. Take first the principle of definiteness of purpose. A person without purpose drifts like a ship without a rudder. But when your purpose is clear, your personality becomes magnetic. People feel your certainty. They sense that you know where you are going. This creates confidence, and confidence is contagious. A pleasing personality backed by a definite purpose moves others to believe in your cause because it demonstrates that you believe in it. Now consider faith. Faith is the chief chemist of the mind. It converts thought into power and emotion into persistence. Without faith, personality becomes hollow, a mask with no spirit behind it. But with faith, every gesture carries conviction. Every word rings with assurance. Faith gives warmth to your personality and draws others to your flame. Next, the law of cooperation, or the mastermind. A pleasing personality is the passport to partnership. No one wishes to ally with a quarrelsome, egotistical spirit. Cooperation demands harmony. and harmony depends upon personality. When you cultivate patience, tact, and goodwill, you make yourself a natural center for alliances. The mastermind principle, two or more minds working together in harmony, can only exist where personalities blend, not clash. Reflect also on self-discipline. Without it, personality crumbles into mood and impulse. The disciplined person keeps control of tongue, tone, and temper. He knows that every uncontrolled word may undo days of goodwill. Discipline gives strength to courtesy and permanence to charm. It is the backbone of every pleasing personality. Even applied faith, enthusiasm, and the habit of going the extra mile are bound together by personality. A dull attitude kills enthusiasm. A sour face cancels effort. But when your personality vibrates with sincerity, enthusiasm becomes natural, and your extra effort feels effortless. It is the outpouring of a spirit already rich with joy. Thus, my friend, a pleasing personality is not merely one principle. It is the expression of all principles united. It is the melody that makes the orchestra of success complete. Repeat these commands after me. My purpose gives direction. My personality gives it power. Faith fills my voice, my words, and my presence with assurance. I attract cooperative minds through patience and goodwill. Self-discipline guards my thoughts, words, and emotions. My enthusiasm and sincerity harmonize with every success principle. My friend, the secret of a pleasing personality is not found in charm alone. It lies in the way you think about yourself and the world around you. Your personality is the mirror of your inner beliefs. Every thought you hold about life, about others, about your worth, is silently shaping your face, your tone, your manner, and your destiny. You cannot escape this law. Whatever occupies your mind will eventually announce itself through your personality. If your mind is filled with fear, resentment, or self-doubt, it will show in your eyes, your voice, and even your posture. People will sense your unease before you utter a single word. But when your thoughts are charged with faith, gratitude, and goodwill, your entire being radiates strength and peace. You attract friends, opportunities, and success, not by accident, but by vibration. You become a living magnet to the very things you believe yourself worthy of. Understand this truth. The world is not against you. It reflects you. Life gives back the tone you give it. When you meet each day expecting favor, speaking kindness, and acting with integrity, the universe bends to match your frequency. You are never a victim of circumstance. You are an architect of vibration. The pleasing personality is the external evidence of an internal victory. Victory over fear, over bitterness, over the little habits that dim the light of the soul. This is why I tell you, guard your mind as you would guard a treasure. Your thoughts are the builders of your future. Each day, watch what you allow to dwell there. Replace complaint with gratitude, anxiety with faith, and criticism with understanding. Do this, and your personality. Remember, no man ever rises higher than the image he holds of himself. If you see yourself as weak, your words will betray weakness. If you see yourself as capable, worthy, and guided by God, your very presence will command respect. Your self-image is the master key of personality. You become, in truth, what you continually imagine yourself to be. Therefore, begin tonight to form the habit of right thinking. Listen to this message again and again until it becomes part of you, until the rhythm of these ideas beats in harmony with your heart. Repetition is the gateway to belief. The subconscious mind responds not to what you wish occasionally, but to what you affirm repeatedly. Through repetition, faith is born, and through faith, personality is transformed. Do not listen merely with your ears. Listen with your spirit. Let every phrase sink deep into your consciousness. Say to yourself each day, I am building the personality of success. I am radiating goodwill, faith, and courage. I am becoming a person others trust and admire. Say it until you feel it. Feel it until you believe it. Believe it until it becomes the very fabric of your being. Soon you will notice change. People will respond differently. Doors will open. Opportunities will appear. It will seem as if the world itself has improved. But the truth is, you have improved. The world is simply reflecting the new light shining from within you. My friend, a pleasing personality is not a performance. It is a transformation. It is the flowering of a disciplined, faith-filled, purpose-driven mind. Begin the work today. Let every thought be constructive, every word be kind, every action be guided by understanding. Practice these affirmations until they breathe through you naturally. Replay this message daily until your subconscious accepts it as truth. When that day comes, your personality will become your greatest asset, and your destiny will unfold before you like the rising of the morning sun. Repeat this after me. I am the architect of my thoughts, and my thoughts shape my world. My inner peace shines through my personality with every breath I take. Each day I think, speak, and act with faith and kindness. I believe deeply in my purpose, and that belief draws success to me. I replay truth until it becomes my nature. My personality radiates power, peace, and purpose.